Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudeva. Shila Prabhupada, Patita Pavana, Ki Jai, Shri Gaura Nitai, Ki Jai, Shri Jagannatha Baladeva, Shri Matsubhadra, Ki Jai, Shalagram Shila Giri Govardhana, Ki Jai. Jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to this reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading the Canto 4, Chapter 24, entitled Chanting the Song by Lord Shiva, text 58. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaivan narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayat shringvatan swakata krishna punyashranana kirtana hridiyantastu hebadrani vidhunoti suhrikshatam nasta prayasu abhadreshu nyatan bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shila Prabhupada, Patita Pavana Ki Jai. So, the text 58. Atana Grangres Tava Kirti Tirthayo Antarbhahi Znana Vidhotam Patmanam Bhuteshu Anukrusha Susatvam Shilinam Syat Sangamo Nugraha Esha Nastava Atana Grangristava Kriti Tirthayo Antarbahi Dhanna Vidutta Patmanam Bhuteshu Anukrusha Susatva Shilinam Syat Sangamo Nugraha Ishanastava Athana Ghangre Stava Kirti Tirthayo Antar Bhaktihin Snana Vidutta Patmanam Bhuteshu Anukrusha Susatva Shilinam Syat Sangamo Nugraha Eshanastava Athana Ghangre Stava Kirti Tirthayo Antarbahir Snana Vidhuta Patmanam Bhuteshu Anukrusha Susatva Shilinam Syat Sangamo Nugraha Eshanastava Haribo Atangravagestava Kirti Tirthayo Antarbahi Snana Vidhuta Patmanam Bhuteshu Anukrusha Sutta Shilinam Syat Sangamo Nugraha Eshanastava. So, translation word by word. Atha, therefore, Anagha Angrehi, O my Lord, whose lotus feet destroy all inauspiciousness. Tava, your Kirti, glorification. Tirthayo, the holy Ganges water. Antaha, within. Bahi, and outside. Snana, taking bath. Vidhuta, washed. Patmanam, contaminated state of mind. Bhuteshu, unto the ordinary living beings. Anukrosha, benediction or mercy. Susatva, completely in goodness. Shilinam, of those who possess such characteristics. Shat, let there be. Sangamaha, association. Anugraha, mercy. Esha, this. Naha, unto us. Tava, your. Translation given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, your lotus feet are the cause of all auspicious things and the destroyer of all the contamination of sin. I therefore beg your Lordship to bless me by the association of your devotees, who are completely purified by worshipping your lotus feet and who are so merciful upon the conditioned souls. I think that your real benediction will be to allow me to associate with such devotees. Haribo. Purport. The Ganges water is celebrated as being able to eradicate all kinds of sinful reactions. In other words, when a person takes his bath in the Ganges, he becomes free from all life's contaminations. The Ganges water is celebrated in this way because it emanates from the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, those who are directly in touch with the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and who are absorbed in the chanting of His glories are freed from all material contaminations. Such unalloyed devotees are able to show mercy to the common conditional souls. Srila Vrindavana Das Thakura has sung that the devotees of Lord Chaitanya are so powerful that each one of them can deliver a universe. In other words, it's the business of devotee to preach the glories of the Lord and deliver all conditional souls to the platform of Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. Here the word Susattva means Shuddha Sattva, the transcendental stage beyond material goodness. By the example players, Lord Shiva teaches that our best course is to take shelter of Lord Vishnu and his Vaishnava devotees. Hare Krishna. Om Om Agyanatimirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitanyena Bhuttale Swaya Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vishabhana Shakti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Anchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Rasad Gaura Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tenamine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunavadi Paschapta Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami Tenamine Namah Charipadaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Kata Damudaya Nagara Gramma Tarine Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Oh my dear Lord, your lotus feet are the cause of auspicious things and the destroyer of all the contamination of sin, and therefore beg your Lordship to bless me by the association of your devotees who are completely purified by worshipping your lotus feet and who are so merciful upon the conditioned souls. I think that your real benediction will be to allow me to associate with such devotees. This part of, in the end of this verse, when we read this small part, we can remember that one mantra that we sing a little time before. No? The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional services. So here is show to us that the real benediction is to put the devotee associate with devotees that are dear to the Lord Krishna. This is a real benediction. This is a real blessings that people can receive to do devotional service. So, in this way, remember about the relationship of the devotees with other devotees, and mainly with advanced devotees, pure devotees, and of course we relationship with different sannyasis and Srila Prabhupada according to the Guru Parampara. Is we can find a very beautiful explanation and description about this relationship in the Srimad Bhagavatam 4:20-25. The chapter 20 entitled Lord Vishnu's Appearance in the Sacrificial Arena of Maharaj Prithu. We have a description. In this chapter is described that Lord Vishnu was so pleased with the sacrifices performed by King Prithu that he offered in any boon desired by the king. However, the great King Prithu did not ask for material blessings. King Prithu asked exactly this: I want the benediction of at least 1 million years, for thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouth of your pure devotee. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So this is a very beautiful description about the relationship of the devotees with our beloved Acharya. And of course the relationship with Guru Parampara. This advanced devotee, and don't ask about the material things and positions and knowledge, but 1 million of years to earth. That in this way will be possible to hear many details and many times about the Krishna pastimes from the mouth of the pure devotees. So then in verse 25, King Prithu gives a very wonderful descriptions about this exactly part of the relationship. Here, from the lotus mouth of a pure devotee. So this verse, Srimad Bhagavatam 4:20-25, is said. So uttama shloka mahan muktya chirto bhavat padam boja soda kananiha smritim puna vishmrita tatva varmanan kyoginan no vitarati yalan varaha. Translation: My dear Lord, you are glorified by the select verses uttered by great personality. Such glorifications of your lotus feet is just like saffron particles. When the transcendental vibration from the mouth of great devotees carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his eternal relationship with you. Devotees thus gradually comes to the right conclusion about the value of life. My dear Lord, I therefore do not need any other benedictions but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotees. So this part, when the transcendental vibration from the mouth of great devotees carry the aroma of saffron dust of your lotus feet. This is amazing. And show to us and explain the power of the words that from the pure devotees, from our gurus, from Srila Prabhupada, that is our Acharya. So in the same verse, Prabhupada said in his purport, although when a pure devotee speaks, the articulation of his voice may resemble the sound of this material. We recognize some devotees by your voice. You can hear a specific voice. Oh, this is my guru. This is Prabhupada. This is Keshava Maharaj. This is Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj. We can recognize according to the sound. But Srila Prabhupada continues. His voice may resemble the sound of this material sky. The voice is spiritually very powerful because it touches the particles of saffron dust on the lotus feet of the Lord. So it's totally different of material conceptions. Because take the nectar of the lotus feet of the Lord and give to us. So the association with devotees, sadhu sangha, is fundamental on the way to reaching the spiritual master. But why? Why is fundamental? Because sadhu sangha is Krishna Katha. In Krishna Katha, devotees talk about Krishna, pastimes, and his close associates, his pure devotees, in many situations. So these pastimes, these stories are very purifying to our spiritual life and very good to her, and very good to exchange with different devotees. Having the opportunity to hear devotees singing the glories of the other devotees is a great mercy from Krishna. So according to the words of Srila Prabhupada in this verse, we have the two aspects in this action. It's very good, it's full of blessings, and of course is a best way to exchange this nectar. This nectar, many times in material conception we have to share different things. Maybe I have one rasagula or one piece of pizza. I would like to share with you. So of course I will stay with not entire, but just a half. But in the spiritual life, it's not possible to share things, but just multiply. Only multiply. Never share. Only multiply. So in this association, these moments are very rich to our life. Really important to keep these remembrances of kirtanas, many festivals, many conversations, many darshanas with deities, with different devotees, with gurus, sannyasis, and we have a good bag, a good devotional bag to every time remember this moment, that moment. And you can remember that 2 years before that we was in the specific kirtana, in specific festival. This is very rich to our life in day by day. I can remember exactly the first talkings that I participate with specific devotees when I start to go to the temple. And specific people start to preaching to me about my Guru Maharaj and about Srila Prabhupada. Who is Srila Prabhupada? And devotees start to talk many stories and many pastimes about Srila Prabhupada and about my Guru Maharaj. And of course, this is a big purification process in my life, and of course it's very good to everyone. So Srila Prabhupada said in one of his classes, it is not that because one is very learned, very rich, or a great mystic, he or she will become Krishna conscious. It cannot be achieved without touching the dust of lotus feet of a great devotee. So this is not depending of material conceptions and material positions or material skills, but only the mercy that a pure devotee gives to us in different situations. That is the effect of this relationship. It cannot be achieved without touching the dust of lotus feet of a great devotee. So therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended in a very important verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 22:54. Srila Prabhupada used this verse in many times and many purports in many classes. No? So this verse is Sadhu Sangha Sava Shastrakaya Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhihaya. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. All success. It's very clear. No? Association of pure devotees. No? Just one moment, but this moment is very rich and very powerful. And the Srimad Bhagavatam is full of stories of great devotees teaching about the importance of sadhu sangha and association with devotees to increase our remembrance of Krishna and remembrance of Guru Parampara. So Srila Prabhupada also emphasizes this fact again and again many times in his Bhaktivedanta purports. So the chapter 3 of of Canto 5 of Srimad Bhagavatam is entitled Rishabhadeva Appearance in the Womb of Merudevi. Merudevi, the wife of King Nabi. In this chapter, the story of Maharaj Nabi is described. Maharaj Nabi and his wife Merudevi, with the aim to having a child, offer many sacrifices and austerities and worship to Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu was very pleased with this surrendered activity and devotional activity. And he personally appeared in this moment and agreed to be born in Merudevi's womb and incarnate as a King Rishabhadeva. A very powerful situation. So with Srimad Bhagavatam 5:3-12, Maharaj Nabi said, Ata katanchit kalana shutpatana jrimbhana duravantana dishu vivasanam samsmaranayat jvara marana dashayanapi sakala kashmala nirasanani tava gunakrita namadhyani vachana gocharani bhavantu. Translation: Dear Lord, we may not be able to remember. We may not be able to remember. At time that Lord Vishnu appear and start to discuss and receive many prayers from different priestess that was in the situation. So Maharaj Nabi said, Dear Lord, we may not able to remember your name, form and qualities due do stumbling, hunger, falling down, yawning, or being in the miserable, diseased condition at the time of death, when there is a high fever. We therefore pray unto us, O Lord, for you are very affectionate to your devotees. Please help me, help us remember you and utter your holy names, attributes, and activities, which can dispel all the reactions of your sinful lives. But so Maharaj is asking to help, to try to remember, because he knows that it's very difficult to remember Krishna and Krishna pastimes and Krishna paraphernalia in difficult moments, especially in the moment of death. So he asked to help to try to remember this and increase this devotional aspect and energy to every time. So this was the text 12. In the text 14, it said, Kovaihata paradito paraditaya mayaya vasita padavyana vrita matir vishaya vishwa rayana vrita prakritir anupasita mahatcharanaha. Continuing, dear Lord, unless they worship the lotus feet of great devotees, one will be conquered by the illusion energy, and his intelligence will be bewildered. Indeed, who has not been carried away by the waves of material enjoyment, which are like poison. Your illusion energy is unconquerable. No one can see the path of this material energy or tell how it is working. This is very difficult. And in the purport of this verse, Srila Prabhupada explained about this. Everyone is subjected to the influence of Maya and entangled in all kinds of material desire. And Maharaj Nabi was no exception. Even great devotees as Maharaj Nabi have the conscious about this problem, the material contamination and the power of Maya. So freedom from Maya's influence is possible when one engages in a service of the great devotees, Mahacharana Seva. Without worshipping the lotus feet of a great devotees, one cannot be free from Maya influence. So until now, we can see that we need in any form to try to worship and serve the lotus feet of devotees. And how is possible? Only through the sadhu sangha. It's possible to know about Srila Prabhupada, talking with the devotees. How is possible to know about the guru, about the initiation, about the different aspects of Bhakti Yoga? Only through the association with devotees. And of course, the next steps, association with your peer devotees. And here, the words of from these devotees. Shravana process. Shri Jagannath Baladev Shumatsubhadra Ki Jai. Shri Gaura Nitai Ki Jai. Shalagram Shila Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. So in this text, the Srimad Bhagavatam 5.3.15 14, excuse me, Srila Prabhupada explained in his purport, everyone, in the end, repeating the end, without worshipping the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot be freed from Maya's influence. So basically, a pure devotee is one who performs pure devotional service. We need to take association of pure devotees. So a pure devotee is a devotee that perform pure devotional service. But what is pure devotional service? What is pure devotional service? And Prabhupada explained about the pure devotional service. Because we can do different activities, of course, offering to Krishna, but we are common peoples, and we have many material contaminations. But a pure devotee is different, because pure devotee only perform pure devotional service. But what is the difference of pure devotional service? So, Srila Prabhupada explained in the purport of this verse. A devotee does not at all desire anything for sense gratification. Devotion is therefore explained as devoid of material desires. Totally free from material desires. This is a very important point. So pure devotional service is services done exclusively to please Krishna and his devotees. Not only for Krishna. Because his devotees are very dear to him, very dear to Krishna. So about this we can offer all to the dear devotees of Krishna, and of course according to the Guru Parampara, to Krishna. The pure devotional services have this specific quality. Totally free from material contamination, and the goal is totally directly to please Krishna and his devotees. And Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita 18:65, Manmana bhava mad bhakto mad yanman namaskuru man avaishyasi satyante pratyajane priyo sime. Translation: always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus we will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. So the Prachetas were extremely blessed to hear from the mouth of Narada Muni in this procedure, to try to hear about Krishna and the glories of the Lord from the mouth of a pure devotee, who is a pure devotee. Narada Muni is a pure devotee, about the glories of the Supreme Lord. So the Prachetas are very elevated devotees, are pure devotees, but they want to hear from another pure devotee. It's Narada Muni. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam 31:24, it said, Te pitan mukha nyaratam nyasoloka malapahan harini shamya tatpadan janyantas tatgating yuhu yayuhu. Hear from Narada's mouth the glories of the Lord, which vanquish all the ill fortune of the world. The Prachetas also became attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meditating on his lotus feet, they advanced to the ultimate destination. So we can see different examples that many advanced devotees know about this relationship, the importance to the surrender to the, not only to Krishna, but to the devotees of Krishna. The goal of the practical goal of life is to be a servant of the Lord, and try to develop humility. In this point we can remember the Shikshastaka, Trinada Pisunichena, Tarada Pisahizuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtanya Sadahari. This is a very important aspect to chanting the holy names and to perform devotional service in sadhu sangha, not alone, But in sadhusanga, exactly to increase this, all these aspects of very rich in devotion in the spiritual life. So the best way for us to associate with one another is to seek to be based on love and trust, and the knowledge of acting as a servant of servants of Lord Krishna. Acting this with this knowledge is a true blessing. Então, so try to remember and try to increase this form to think, this way to think and this way to act. We need both, thinking about and act according to this. And what is this? Put ourselves in this specific position as a servant of servant. Of course, with love, with trust and inspiration, and happiness to increase our inspiration, because many times we lost, in different situations, we lost our inspiration. So in this point, when we lost some part of our inspiration, it's very easy to notice the importance of a good sadhusanga, good quality sadhusanga, because we can exchange inspiration, we can help each one. And this is the best thing to practice in the Bhakti Yoga way. And this is a very important to remember all the pastimes that we have with different devotees, and of course with Guru Parampara. Each devotee have a relationship of specific devotees, specific gurus, and this is very rich. It's very important to remember every time and put in a special position in our hearts. And of course sing the Mahamantra Hare Krishna together. So Krishna's mercy makes possible for us to associate with all these devotees. It was this mercy that sent us Srila Prabhupada and our gurus. And Krishna is very merciful, because know about this the danger that we are put in the material nature, and about our imperfections. Krishna put the pure devotee to save us. The pure devotee that is totally connection with the transcendental Guru Parampara. So Srila Prabhupada came and preached to different devotees, of course pure devotees with a specific pastime with Krishna, and some of these devotees are preaching to different peoples and initiating different peoples along the road, and possibilitating these peoples to have contact with Krishna consciousness and all the nectar of Bhakti Yoga. So in this kind of relationship of sadhusanga, we can exchange spiritual gifts, and the Krishna Katha exchanging in this situation with each different devotees are the real spiritual gifts that can enrich our spiritual life day by day. Sometimes we can think that short conversation about Krishna, okay, it's a short conversation, okay, let's go, bye. But it's not a simple short conversation, but a very rich conversation. So in this verse, in different texts of this chapter, and of course in many other situations in Srimad Bhagavatam, it shows to us the importance to have association with devotees, and mainly with pure devotees. So I think, in the end of this translation, I think that your real benediction will be allow me to associate with such devotees. But why to associate with the devotees? To hear from these devotees. Shravana is the first step. So we need to hear about the glorification of Krishna and the Krishna pastimes from these devotees. So if you have some comments, Hare Krishna. Haribu.
So the most important thing is to hear from a pure devotee.
Yes. And how to find, how to meet a pure devotee, through the sadhu sangha. We need to hear about the pure devotee from other devotees, but the goal is to, of course, step by step in the time, to find a pure devotee and try to hear from him. But we need many activities until this point. We need to cultivate a good sadhu sangha, because in the good sadhu sangha we can exchange pastimes about the pure devotees. I don't. It's not possible to me find a pure devotee now and hear different Krishna pastimes from him. But we can talk. We can talk here in the temple, in sadhu sangha, during the prasada, during the kirtan, and chanting japa together. This is an exchange about the spiritual life, until the moment that we, and these activities will increasing our remembrance of Krishna and his pure devotees day by day, increasing until the time that Krishna knows that when we are in a good moment to find a guru, to find a pure devotee and hear from his lotus mouth. So, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Parampara ki jai, all glories to the assembled devotees. arrangement which Krishna prepared for our lives. And sometimes we forgot, but with some sangha, it's cool. It's very good and cool because we can remember each one.
Each one about Krishna,
About Krishna, about Guru, about Kirtanas, about devotees, exchange some conversation, this many things together, isn't it? Like,
so it's like you said, it's like an arrangement of Krishna that we are here all together in this yatra.
In this yatra, in this specific time, with each devotee like a person that's not that's together. It's good to help everyone.
That they also can help each
This
everyone together.
devotee is this, this devotee to learn keys, these different steps to Krishna. Prepare a good arrangement. Okay, let's go. Means remember, try to remember this personal right? It is good because we move from false rules and we move from subjection, from desire to consciousness. I need to do this. I need only to feel this. Oh, okay, I will do it for you. It's better. It's better. We don't lost energy. Something that is not possible. This is very stressful. And we lost a lot of energy. This that is not me.
When we try to control our music, we have to
I really want to go to here. It's not possible. I will try, but it's not possible. So sorry. I accept your I accept it and try to be happy with all the things. And this perception is possible only together. Because alone, we do things.
It's very important to stay in the natural because you read so much something about Krishna and about Guru.
Different points of view, right? Alone is very basic, very basic. We can